Relocated now to St. Francis's Folly, new temptations torment me. Rumour amongst
my fellow brothers is that entombed beneath our monastery is the body of Tihocan, one of the 3 legendary rulers of the lost continent Atlantis, and that with him lies his piece of the Atlantean Scion, a pendant divided and shared between the 3 rulers, which curbs tremendous powers. Powers beyond the Creator himself. My toes sweat at such possibilities, lying so close to my mortal self. Each night, I beat myself rid of these fantasies, but it is indeed a test.
Pierre, you litterbug.
So, welcome back to Tomb Raider Remastered. These are the Greek area of levels, but what we're going to do first and foremost is come over here. Reason why? A couple of lions are going to ambush us here. They're a lot tougher to take out than wolves, and they're a lot more dangerous. They do a lot of damage. Do not let them get close to you, no matter what you do. But for some reason, they can't jump up here, so remember to use the same tactic as before, just with the wolves. Get to higher ground if you can help it. Now, first thing we're going to do is we need to pull this block on this tile here, and also there's a tile on the other side. But just to save yourself some time, you want to pull this block back to here first. It's not going to do anything just yet, but you'll see what it will do a little bit later on, and the game will even show you the door that it affects, even though it hasn't opened yet. So we'll just push the block to the other tile now, and hopefully something will happen. Just like with the Greek levels, the Peru levels, I will be going for all the secrets. In my opinion, this level's probably, it's got some of the most difficult secrets in the entire game. There's 4 of them to collect, and we'll go through it step by step, and I'll show you how to get every single one of them. But I think this is the one level where I couldn't get a single secret on any. I could get a secret in all the other levels, but I could never get one in this one. Pull your pistols out. We're immediately about to be ambushed by some gorillas. Not as tough as lions, but they're a lot more agile, and they can climb as well, so jumping onto blocks doesn't necessarily mean you're safe. You just want to try and circle around them as much as possible. Same tactic with the wolves, jump backwards and forwards. Don't take too many shots. Pull this lever first. Then there should be one more lever up here. Hop down here, back where we came, and then we will encounter Pierre for the first time. The wily Frenchman is going to get in our way for a lot of these levels. You want to do the same tactic as what you did against last, or any human enemy for that matter. You want to try and get behind him as much as possible. Once he's taken enough damage, he will run away, and he will come back at some various points as we progress through these levels, just to be a bit of a thorn in our side. But now that he's taken care of, first thing we need to do a standing jump to this platform here, and then the first secret is actually over here on the left. These series of jumps are very, very difficult. I can never ever do this first time. All the other sequence of jumps and other secrets I can, but for this one I always struggle. But YouTube commentators curse, I think, kicking in. But what we need to do, just to get up to there, is we need to jump down this ramp, slide and at the very, very last second, jump, and then hold and grab the ledge. So forgive me if it will take me a few attempts to do this. We need to jump on the slope at the very, very last second. Just missed it. Okay. I think that was way too early. No, okay. Yeah, I think this is going to take me a while. I know what I have to do, it's just doing it. Like with a lot of things, right? Maybe if I take a step forward. I think if I would have had it then, if I'd have held action. There we go. Ta-da! I definitely don't deserve some applause for that. Good God. Took me a while. Anyway, to get up to here, you want to jump onto this block, and then you just want to just hold the jump button here. Don't even press anything else until you get to the top. Just hold the jump button. So forward jump, 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 grab. Just like that. And then we will be rewarded with some shotgun shells and a large medipack. Collapsible floor there. Do not go down there. It will lead to your death, even if you're at full health. Best way, come back down the way you came. Safe, a lot safer. It doesn't look that high, but really, it is, and it will kill you. So now that's taken care of, let's come over here, and you'll probably see, if you're eagle-eyed, there is a large medipack on that pillar there. So you can do a running jump from here, but I find it's a lot safer just to do a standing jump to here, and then a standing jump to here. Lovely. We've got quite a few small and large medipacks that will come in handy later. Right, to get out of the room, that door is now open just because we've pulled all the levers and then we've moved the block onto the two tiles, so that door should now be open. If it's not open, then you need to go back and probably pull the block, or there's a lever that you've missed. But now that we're through here, I'm going to save, and you'll see why in a minute. To get the second secret, we need to slide down this slope. This is quite a tricky jump, but there is a knack to it. I know a lot of people that struggle on this secret, but what you want to do, I'll talk you through it step by step so you won't fail it. You'll pass it every single time. Grab the ledge and then just slide down. When you get towards the end, hold the action button. Right, so pay attention to this. Hold up, let yourself drop. Now immediately hold jump, and then you will make that jump every time. So you only hold jump once you've dropped from the first platform. And then some shotgun shells and a small medipack will be your reward. Anyway, go down here. Secret 3 is not far away. You do not want to pull that lever. The reason why is because you'll drain the water, and if you drain the water you won't be able to get up to the next secret. What we actually have to do is go down here. There is an alligator or a crocodile down. Depending on who you ask, it's a crocodile or an alligator, but we need to contend with this and swim past it and up to get the third secret. We will be pushing against the current as well. As you notice, Lara's going to swim a bit slower here. Quickly try and dodge the croc. That was lucky. Thought he was going to take a chomp out of me then for sure, but if you swim up through that tile, if actually, I will mention this, in the original It's really easy to see this third secret. You just swim along here and then swim it through the gap, but in the remaster they've actually made an effort just to make it a bit more of a secret. But anyway, let's get out of here. Mr. Croc's decided that he's hungry after all. Taking a couple of hits out of me then, doesn't matter. Pull the lever. That'll drain the water. And now we can deal with this big baddie down here. Pick your moment. Jump and roll. They don't take many shots to take out, but they are deceptively fast. So when they get close to you, it might be worth just jumping over them if they charge at you. And this is where the main segment of the level is. Right, there are 4 rooms in this hallway, and they're all named after, well, they're supposed to be named after four Greek gods of the Greek pantheon. But actually not known, I don't know if you might know this, but 2 of these gods are actually misnamed. So Neptune should be Poseidon. Neptune is actually the Roman god of the sea. And then what we need to do to open these doors is we need to pull all the levers, work our way down, pull every single lever on the way down, and that will open all the doors. But as you probably noticed there, Thor is not a Greek god, but a Nordic god of lightning, when it should be Zeus. The other 2 are actually named correctly. You've got Damocles and Atlas. There's a bit of trivia for you. Oh, that's a nicer camera angle. Never seen that camera angle before. It's looked quite cinematic as Lara was taking out those bats. But anyway, I think there's a small medipack over there. I think this is the second one. We'll have to go all the way down to the bottom. Pull every lever on our way down. So that's Damocles. Let's go and get this medipack over here. Do a running jump here. I don't want to risk doing a standing jump and falling to my death. We'll go and open all the rooms first, and then we'll do them all one by one. Okay. Don't think those bats are going to attack just yet. There is actually an item up here. Another medikit, always handy. And then there's our third lever. Actually, I won't jump from here just because we're going to hit that ledge. So if we come over here, safely over here. It's very, very easy to die in this hall. But first rule of Tomb Raider, as I said to you, take your time, be patient. The moment you try and rush is the moment you'll fall and die. Speaking from experience. Now we've got one more lever to pull, which should be down here. We'll leave the 4th secret to the very end of the level. Just because as we progress and we get several keys, more enemies will spawn in. Oh, there's some Magnum clips there, I think. You just know that bat's going to become awake though. Oh! Little bugger got me. Oh well, doesn't matter. Still worth it. Right, now all the doors are open. I think we'll do Damocles first, just because that's the one that's closest to the bottom. I don't think I'm going to make that jump. Come over here. We'll do Damocles first. the Greek god with a sword in his head, so you can probably guess what type of hazards are going to be in that room if you haven't played this before. Yeah, so we'll do Damocles first. Now, if you look up here, you'll see a series of swords. Now, initially, you're safe to run through this room. You can run through this room and they will not fall on you yet. They don't trigger yet. But the moment you pick up the key, which is what we're after, then the traps will activate. So that's what we are here to get. If only it was that easy, right? Well, getting back is going to be a bit more complicated. There are actually some secret items up here, so we'll jump up here. Not secrets, but hidden items. And once again, shotgun shell and the medipack. It seems to be the running theme with secrets in this level. Let's quickly see how many shots we've got. 21. Now that's okay. Lots of Magnum clips. Right, now, to get back through here, I will save. To get back through here, you just want to just take it nice and slow and just take one step at a time. If you run through here, the swords will fall on you. The swords will fall anyway, but if you just take one step at a time. Right, that's just a warning shot. If you just take your time, have a look at the ceiling. Try and position yourself away from the swords. They do slightly fall towards you no matter what. But as long as you just take it step by step, as you can see, they shouldn't hit you. But just take it nice and slow, one step at a time. What I like to do is go through those pillars there, just because it saves us having to go around to the right. So if we go through the pillars here, but remember to hold the wall button down, just be careful. Take just one step at a time, and then as you can see, the swords will just glance past you. I think I can walk through here, I think. Remember to have a look at the ceiling as well, just so you know when you should probably... You can probably do this a bit faster than what I'm doing, but I'm just showing you what the safest way is. And just remember to keep looking up at the ceiling, just to remember where the swords are. And then I think there's only one more now, so I think we're safe to run. Famous last words. Yeah, there's only one more. There we go, and now we're home free. Now, I think Pierre spawns in now, so let's get our pistols out. Is he down there? He will appear once you've grabbed enough keys. More enemies will spawn in as you progress in this level, so just a heads up. So you don't really want to leave them all to the end. You've got a couple of lions that will spawn in down the bottom, and then Pierre as well, and that's going to be a nightmare to deal with later if you don't take Pierre out first and then the lions. Right. For this room, this is a bit of an interesting one with Thor. I didn't think there was a time where I could actually get through this area without not taking damage, but there actually is a way. Up ahead you've got a ball that will shoot lightning at you, and there is a series of platforms on the floor. Everything that's within those, if you move within those platforms, the lightning can strike and hit you. So what you want to do is, once you go into the room, go immediately left or immediately right, and then the lightning cannot hit you. However, you will need to time a jump over one of these stone platforms, because the lightning will strike there, but providing that you time it well, the lightning should not hit you. So Let's demonstrate. So once you go into the room, an immediate left or an immediate right. As long as you stick to the corners, the lightning cannot hit you. Stick to the edge of the walls. You have to time this next move. There you go. And you'll actually get an achievement if you actually get through there without taking any damage. And I've just shown you how to do it, and it's the same coming back as well, but this button we do need to press, and then we need to quickly move out of the way because you know where that hammer's going to fall. Once you've moved... Oh. Okay, we need to stay on the button until the hammer falls. That was close. And then there's a block in the corner we need to move. This is always my favourite room. It's an amazing oversight, though, that they didn't realise that Thor is the not the god of lightning in the Greek pantheon, and they've used the Nordic god of lightning instead. Because we are in Greece, so you'd think... I mean, everyone knows that Zeus is the... I mean, he's the most famous god of all, isn't he? Zeus in Greek mythology. But I'm sure the developers aren't too fussed about it. They still made an amazing game. I'd highly recommend, if you're into Tomb Raider, to watch a documentary about the making of Tomb Raider. It's a really good watch. Reason being is because they're a 6-man team. They had to make the game in just over a year, and the development hell that it went through, not just with money, but with obviously with the company as well. So I'd really recommend that you watch it if you ever get like a good hour, because it's a lot more interesting than it initially seems. Anyway, to do this jump, do a running jump, and we're going to run and grab the ledge. Remember what I said though in the previous video. If you walk to the edge, do a tap backwards on the D-pad, do a running jump, and you should land on the platform every time. So here is our second key. 2 down, 2 to go. And in my opinion, I think we've done the 2 most difficult ones. The lightning will not kill you if you get hit by it. It would probably take about 35 to 40% of life. But if we can avoid getting hit, obviously we will. Same rule applies going back out. As long as you are on the outside of those squares, the lightning cannot hit you. So just take your time. Time it just right. Wait for the lightning to strike. Then jump over it. I got a bit cocky there, and I don't think we were far enough over to the wall, so that's probably why we got hit there, but it doesn't matter. That's what the med packs are for. Right, I have a feeling Pierre's spawned in now, so let's go and deal with him. Just because he's pretty accurate. Even if you go towards the top, he still finds ways of hitting you, so I'd highly recommend that you come down here. Just come over here just to come and deal with him. Because he can be a right pain in the backside if you don't deal with him. Nah, still hasn't spawned in yet. Okay, that's fine. So we'll go and do Atlas next. Oh. famous last words. But as you can see, he's taken quite a bit of life off, and he can be a right pain if you don't go and deal with him. So I'm going to go and deal with him now. I could have sworn that he was, after you grab 2, he comes in, but still able to tag me. Where is he? Just remember, as long as we're holding the action button down, Lara will still track the enemy. So we know where he's ran off to. He's over there. Follow the camera angle. See if I can come over here and get him. He's taken care of. What will happen is, once he's taken enough damage, he'll run off. And then as soon as he goes out of your view, he'll disappear. That's how the AI works anyway. But that's just to demonstrate how annoying it can be if you don't go and deal with him. Because I've had to go through a couple of health kits there. And we were in great shape before, but never mind. That's just to demonstrate why you need to go down and deal with him when you're able to. If we'd have come all the way up here, he'd still be able to hit us. Right, so the third room we're going to go to is Atlas, the god who holds the earth in his arms. As soon as you go through here, you'll be ambushed by a gorilla. As you can see, they don't take much, but they're a lot more agile than the lions. Later on there'll be groups of them, and they're a lot more challenging when they're in the group. Right, so to come through here, you can actually, if you look very, very carefully at where that boulder is, and on the left, that's where we need to go to. There's a gap. If you actually run all the way down that slope and get to that gap before the boulder gets you, you'll actually get an achievement. But I've never ever managed to do it. I'm not fast enough to do it the traditional way. What I like to do is keep pressing back until the boulder triggers. So just take a step back at a time, and then as soon as the boulder comes, we're going to run, turn around and grab the ledge. I thought that was it then. Here we go. Roll, grab the ledge. And the boulder will safely go over the top of you. You can also just drop down into this pit, and the boulder will once again just safely go over. You don't need to hold and grab the ledge. You can just come down here and wait. Right, so now we can safely go and get the key. And that's 3 down, 1 to go. And thankfully the last one, in my opinion, is the easiest one to get. All subjectively talking, of course. And then once we've got all 4 keys, I'll show you where they all go. And we also need to get our 4th secret before I forget. We need to go and get our 4th secret. But we want to go and deal with all the enemies first. So once I've finished this last room, I'll go back down to the bottom. It's probably the most long-winded way, but it's the safest way. Right, I'm going to jump over here just because these bats are quite difficult to hit when they're over the platforms. And you can so easily fall off if they get close to you, because you can panic and just fall off the edge when you're trying to get them off you. So even the bats are a threat as well, if you're not careful. So the last room, Neptune, god of the sea. Swim all the way down here and don't stop. The current will take you all the way down. Don't worry about this. it'll have plenty of air to do what we need to do. So all you want to do is come up here, pull this lever, and that is all we need to do. Come down here through this gate, pick up the key, and that is literally all we need to do. We've still got plenty of time to get all the way back to the top, even though it's a long swing, but we've got plenty of time. And that's that. Now we just need to go and take care of these lions downstairs. And then we're going to make our way all the way back up to here, and then I'll show you how to get the final secret, and then we're done. These are actually the longest strands of levels in the game. There's 5 of them. So yeah, bit of a slog. But I think they are my favourite levels in the game, saying that. I love this one, I love Palace Midas, I love the next level, which is the Colosseum. Colosseum is a bit more straightforward than this level. It's more just quite a lot of enemies. More of a gauntlet, really. Although there are a couple of little tricky parts in it. Right, so let's go and deal with these beasts down here. And then we should be able to safely use the pistols to take them out, because we're all the way up here. Just remember, if you can take an enemy out with the pistols, do so. Just to save ammunition for your more exotic firearms for later. Then when you're in the final stages of the game, you've got lots of ammo. The enemies should be a lot more easier to deal with. And there's one more enemy down here. Once we take care of this lioness, right, now we need to get all the way back up to the top. I hope I have enough health to do this. You will have to take a series of drops just to be able to get down as this last secret is timed, so we need to press on a pressure pad at the top, and then we need to get down to the bottom fast. And as you can see how high this hall is, so yeah, it's quite risky. And the door is, the time's quite unforgiving as well, so you can't afford to make any mistakes. But then any mistake that you do make will take health damage from the fall, so be careful with this last secret. You definitely want to save before you do it. Okay, and then where we need to go is over here. And you've probably spotted that tile over there. And then what that will do is open a door. You see where the very bottom corner is in the hall? You can see there's a different coloured tile down there. That's where we need to go. So let's save. And then this is the way that you're supposed to do it. And that's how you do it. We didn't have enough health there to survive the fall, so that's why I had to use the large medikit there. But it's still worth it, because we got some Magnum clips out of that. And then that's the end of the level. We just need to put all the keys in, and then we can move on. But as you can see, the challenge is starting to crank up a little bit now. The last section of levels is quite easy to get through if you know what you're doing. But with these, I mean, there's only a couple of them I can do without not using a medipack. But this is the level. This is the level I use a lot of medipacks on. And with all of those keys in, that is it. And that is St. Francis's Folly, with all the secrets and with all the pickups as well. Anyway, let's move on to the next level, which will be the Colosseum. Right, pull your pistols out immediately. There is a crocodile in this water. Doesn't require much to take him out. And then, as the level suggests, we are at a Colosseum. Wait for the lion to lose interest. Where's he gone? Where's he gone? The shotgun comes in really handy on parts of these levels because several of them will ambush you at once and you really do not want to let them get close to you. There's a couple of claustrophobic hallways where we need to do some fighting, so yeah, it can be very, very dangerous. But where we need to go, that doorway was open back there, but that's actually not the way you're supposed to go. You're supposed to come up here. Just because the way the gate in there is sealed, so you need to come up here in order to find your way in. But before we do that, now that I think about it, there is an item down here. Not a secret, but it's hidden. And it should be a large medipack. The Magnums are also in this level as well, and I'll show you how to get them. A really, really good secret. Quite a difficult one, but I'll show you how to do it. The secret itself is quite generous with the amount of items it gives you as well, because it is quite a challenging one. So at least the game acknowledges that it rewards you for doing something that's quite technical. But the first secret of the level, there's 3 in this level. The first one is over here. Where we're supposed to go is through that cave there, but if you come here, walk to the edge, so we can't walk any further because that's a slope. You might notice that that block over there, there's a block over there that's a bit flat. So what you want to do is run. Actually, is that correct? No, we need to slide and then jump. That's better. Right, now to get to, we want to jump over that slope and then land on the platform that's behind it. So this might take a bit of because we want to have enough space in order to actually run up. So if we walk to the end of here, take a run up, and then I think if we turn Lara to the left, yes, you can actually turn while in mid-air as well. I forgot to say that earlier. You can turn. Shotgun shells. And we're going to need them as well. There's a reason why the game has given you quite a few shotgun shells for this area of the game, because the lines are very, very dangerous. I don't think we can get up here without having to go back the way we came, or maybe we can. Maybe we can. Oh, so it saves us having to go all the way back. That's great. Save a bit of time. Where we're supposed to go is to shimmy up that crevice there. But there is an item in this pit down here with those 2 crocodiles. Take care of them quickly. we go. Small mini-pack. I think that's all that's here. Now the second secret is actually up this crevice here. If you shimmy across, this is exactly the same as one of the secrets in the Lost Valley. So if you pull Lara across over to this dip here, where the dip in the crevice is, at the very, very edge here, if you look here, you can actually see we can actually climb up there. And just like the theme of all the other secrets, it's more shotgun shells. So shimmy across all the way to the right here, drop down, and then we've got a bit of platforming up here to do. Grab the ledge. Okay, now, so that doorway I told you at the start of the level, this lever opens that gate, but we don't actually need to open it. You only want to open it, for example, if you've missed a secret and you want to go back and get it, or for some reason if you want to go back to the start. I'm going to open it, and then you immediately want to get the shotgun out, just to show you how effective it is against these lines. 2 shots, but as you can see there, that line would have made real work of us if we'd have just used the pistols. So when you're in tight spaces, use the shotgun. That's what it's there for. And then we get greeted to a great view, other than Lara, of course. But as you can see in the look at this compared to the remaster. It's great, isn't it? It really gives you that feeling of the Colosseum. Let's do one Pierre quickly. Jump behind him. Don't let him get a shot on us. Coward that he is, he's ran away. Where we need to go is down there first. All of these doors along here, they're all sealed for the moment. We need to go down here. But I would suggest that you kill a few of the enemies here first, just to make life easy for yourself. Safely use the pistols. It's long-winded, but it conserves ammunition. Right, I'll go and deal with that line now. 2 of them are dead. But if you can use the pistols, always use them. Right, we're not yet done. There's still another line down here, if memory serves. Hidden, tucked away in a really sneaky spot over here. As you can see, there's quite a few enemies in this level, and we're not even halfway through yet, and we've got more to contend with. In this room here, there are 2 lines. Get the shotgun out. Use an extra shell there, but it doesn't matter. 2 to 3 shots will always be enough to kill them. But we didn't take any damage. If we'd have used the pistols in that situation, you could probably imagine how quickly that all would have gone wrong. Right, so now that we come back up here, there are more enemies here, so beware. Climb up here. You don't probably have to do this, but there are 3 lines here. can do is you can run around the outside of the pit. If you run around the outside of the pit, it's very difficult for them to get close to you. So use the pit. If they can't jump over the pit, come down here quick. They were gonna get me then. That was lucky. There we go. What I will say is, for God's sake, you can fall into that pit down there, but don't ever fall into this one, because a gruesome end will await you if you look down there. Spikes. Me and my cousin, when we used to play this game, when we first had this game when we were kids, we always used to try and find all ways of killing Lara. And apparently, this is another achievement in the game. There are 36 ways she can die. And you'll get an achievement if you actually manage to find every single one. So, I probably don't even know all the ways that she can die, but if anyone knows, let me know if there's something that I missed throughout the playthrough. Anyway, to progress, there's a little pressure pad here. We need to jump on it and then head left. And those gates have opened. There's a lever in here we need to pull. Don't worry about the pressure pad. We only need to open that if we don't manage to get through that gate. Quickly run into here. We made it. Pull this lever. Don't forget the med kit. Right, we're making a bit of progress. This is at the bottom of the spike pit. Where we're going now is we're actually going to get up to the where the Emperor would sit, and the rest of the Greek aristocracy. This is one place I'd love to go in real life. Just I've never ever seen the Colosseum in Rome. I'd love to go and see it one day with my family. Not the same Colosseum as that one, but I love Greek and Roman mythology and history. Right, in here there are two gorillas. Hopefully we'll get to deal with one before we have to deal with the other. That's one. Why are you putting your pistols away for? Where is it? Okay, once we deal with them, we need to pull this block out. Not in, but out. Lovely. And then there's a lever in here that we need to pull. Now, earlier on we had some rooms that were sealed off in the corners of the Colosseum. This lever will open one of those doors. So, to save yourself some time, you don't have to go back the way we came. What you can actually do, I would suggest you save before you do this. Take advantage of the fact that you can save anywhere in these remasters. Use it. What we want to do is we've got to jump over there without not hitting that wall there. So take a running jump, make sure you angle yourself correctly, run and then jump. There we go. Now, we need to find where that door's opened, and it's in one of these rooms. I think, if memory serves, it's over here, in the very, very corner. Just be careful though, there are still enemies that will still spawn in once we do certain things. Once we open certain doors or certain levers, enemies can suddenly just appear out of nowhere, so just don't think for a minute that you're always safe. as the bats have just reminded us. Right. I remember this bit. Right, forgive me for being a bit hasty there. What we want to do, that boulder trap, you want to run and grab the ledge. Hold on. Just like with the Atlas room, you can jump into that pit there if you want. Actually, is there a medikit down there? No, there isn't. Okay, we can't go back the way we came. I thought there might have been an item in that pit for some reason. Memory playing tricks on me. Even though I've played these games a lot over the years, I do forget things from time to time. That comes with age. Pull this lever over here. And then it's the same scenario. That's opened a door in one of the other corners of the Colosseum. Right, beware here, because Pierre, the wily Frenchman, is going to ambush us again. Yep, there he is. And the lion as well. Just remember about the lions. As long as you are on higher ground, they cannot get to you. I don't think Pierre's taken enough damage. Might just have to bait them out here, I think. Right. Okay, now he's taken care of. Let's come up here. Oh, Pierre's not finished. Let's go and take care of him. Right, that should be it. Au revoir for now. Right, so I will save. Not because this part is hazardous, but it is quite challenging. So what we want to do, this is the final secret of the level, and this is a really good secret as well. The Magnums are actually here in this room. What we want to do, the way we'd normally go, is to just follow all of these pillars all the way up to the top. But if anyone who's quite keen of ears, if you come over here, you can hear a door opens, and this door is timed. What we want to do is go through all of those platforms all the way up to the top and then get into the door before it closes. Quite difficult. Sounds easy, but it's difficult, so we want to just take a step back. Forgive me if it takes me a few attempts to do this. And that is how you do it. Very worth it. So we got some medkits here, a large medipack, Uzi clips, another large medipack, and then the biggest prize of all is in this corner here, which are the Magnums. With 400 ammo. The Magnums are exactly the same rate of fire as the pistols. The only difference is they just do more damage. The game is quite generous with the amount of ammo it gives you, so don't ever feel that you can't use them for when you need them. The main gun that you want to conserve ammo for is always the shotgun, but the game will always give you quite a few, particularly later on. It will give you quite a bit of Magnum and Uzi ammo. Right, so did I pull the lever there? No, I did not. That's actually what we came up here to do. Did I pull the lever, Jack? I can't remember. Oh, I've got short-term memory loss. Yes, I do. Scratch that. I did open the lever. Right. So, just one more room to go into now. And then we should be there. And then we just got to head back up to where we were. Right, in this room, there is a lever and some water that we need to go through. You don't actually have to pull this lever in order to complete the level, but it's worth doing just because there's an item that's tucked away. So, let's pull it. That door will open and you think the end of the level will be there, but actually the game kind of psychs you out there, because what I used to do was I used to run back there thinking it was the end, but where the exit actually is through here. What we have to do is through here. So we need to pull this block, push this block, sorry. Not all the way to the end, you'll see what we do with it in a minute. And then we need to pull it over here, just so we've got free access to where we need to go next. Lovely. Now, there is a key here. And this is what we need in order to change the level. But look at... sorry, chat, can I just say, how hard is that key to see? If you press start here and compare it to the originals, you can't compare, can you, how easy that is to spot. And on the Cistern, where we'll go to a bit later, the key is even worse. You can't even make it out. But anyway, that's the only criticism I have of the remasters, really, in terms of the original is actually better. The key is better, is labelled better, because you could be forgiven for anyone who's hasn't got very good eyes for thinking that nothing is actually there. Right, so, and then we need to go back the way we came. We do need to drop into this pit, and I think there's some more enemies waiting for us. We do need to come back down here to get back to where we came. God, the amount of animals that Lara kills in these games. I always end up feeling bad, even though it's a game. Just the amount of animals you end up killing. I know they attack Lara first, but it goes without saying. Anyway, I didn't need to do that. We could just come straight down here. And then we're going to work our way back up to where the Emperor's box is. And then we need to go and put the key in the slot. And then we also need to see where that door leads as well. Because there is something there. In the original, there used to be a save crystal in where that door is. Obviously we don't have any save crystals in this version of the game, so they had to put something else in there. Otherwise it just wouldn't be worth putting there. As I mentioned, with New Game Plus, with New Game Plus there are save crystals, and the only way you can save is if you're at these crystals. So once you've beaten the base game, I haven't tried it yet, but you should go and give New Game Plus a try, because I think a little bit of replayability for these games I think is always welcome. I mean, I've played this game so many times, it would be nice just to go back and have a bit of added challenge. I've also read in New Game Plus you can't actually pick up any medkits off the ground. The only thing the game gives you is ammo. So it means you effectively have to beat the level without using a single medikit effectively. Now that is difficult. Right, let's get out of here quick, because these gorillas are coming. Use the key in here. Quickly jump into here. That was close, but we're not out of danger yet. There is an alligator down here. To get out of this to get out of this waterway, right, I'm just going to just see if I can get behind the alligator just to avoid some damage here. Come up here and pull this lever, and then that should be the end of the level. From here, you just want to swim dead straight and don't stop. Kick-ass, and then that's Colosseum done. And we didn't use any medkits. Great. Kind of made it for the last level, didn't we? But now we're on to the next level, and my favourite level of the strand, Palace Midas. First thing we want to do when we come into this level is quite non-linear. We can't go down there yet because the gate is not open. We can go this way, but there is an army, a small army of gorillas there looking to kill you. We have to go down there later, but we'll leave that. The way we need to go is actually this way. Get your pistols out because an alligator will ambush you. Jump over him, roll backwards, take care of him fast. Now, you can... Where we need to go is up these steps. If you go this way... you can probably hear my dog barking in the background, he's doing his job. If you go this way, there are some items down there, but what we're going to do is we're going to leave them till later. Just because as we progress in the level, more and more enemies are going to spawn, and it's going to be a bit of a nightmare to have to go and pick it up. So we'll wait until later to go and get those items. Oh, one we've missed. He was probably the alpha. So where we need to go is come up to here, running jump, grab the ledge, and then we're going to follow these pillars all the way around. What I also love about these remasters is that the ambient music has been tweaked as well. In the original, there's only one ambient track in the whole of the game. In this, there's a lot more ambient tracks, and they've actually used a few from Tomb Raider 2 and 3, which I do appreciate because it really gives the game the sense of isolation. What it needs to have, really, but as you can see up here, there are 5 levers. We're not going to pull any of them just yet. What we're going to do is come down here, pull this lever, just to open this gate, just because it means we don't have to come back up these pillars. So there's a series of doors here, and they've all got certain codes on. So you've got Y, Omega, 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 Y, and then so on and so forth, and then this one, Omega, Omega, Y, Omega, Y, and then every single one of these doors have a code on. So the Y represents a lever that's closed, or has been pulled, and then Omega represents a lever that hasn't been pulled. So based on that, if we pull this first and 5th lever, so pull this lever, and pull the first lever, that door should open down here. Right, in this room there is a line. Use the shotgun or the Magnums. I think we'll use the shotgun actually for this bit. I've died to that line a couple of times previously, so just speaking from experience. Now, this is what we need to do in the level, so we need to get 3 of these bars. We need to get 3 of those bars to put them in the door. And those bars are in all the other rooms that we need to go into. 2 of them I'd like to think are a bit of a sprint, and then the last one's a bit of a marathon. So we'll do the 2 sprint ones first, and then we'll leave the most long-winded one to the very end. So what we'll do is, we just need to check the code of this door. So we need to pull 3 and 5. 3 and 5. So we'll leave the 5th lever where it is, pull the 3rd one, shut the first one. Right, so that door should now be open. This room is filled with spikes. Just a word of caution with spikes. There was something I forgot to mention. If you walk through them, you will not take any damage as you walk through them. If you run through them, you will take damage, and if you jump on them, yes, you die. So just a word of caution, but if you walk through the spikes, they cannot hurt you. Just remember that, because later on it will be important. There's a hidden, if I recall, I think there's a hidden lever around the back of this block that we need to pull. This was the level I always used to get stuck on as a kid. I actually used a cheat code to pass this level, and then all the levels I passed legitimately, but this was the one I got stuck on as a kid. But after chatting on the Tomb Raider Discord, I think quite a few people were stuck on this level too. Back when games didn't hold your hand and you had to figure out what to do, eh? But anyway, so we will save. We'll do a standing jump to this pillar here. Just be very careful with this room. Treat all of these jumps with respect. There's one false move and you will get impaled. And then if you look to your left over there, that's where we need to get to, into that room over there. Just remember, walk to the edge, take a tap back, and then you'll always jump at the very, very last second and make the jump. Now, these sneaky game developers decide to put a gorilla in here, so get out the shotgun and you should take it out in a single blast. We don't want to mess around in this room, because if we get pushed off we're going to die, so you want to kill this gorilla very quickly. I think a running jump should be enough, I think. Well, one clean shot will kill it. I had to use 2, but it doesn't matter. And then there is our first lead bar. 1 down, 2 to go. Right, when you're up here, you don't even have to bother going back the way you came. You can just simply jump off like this, and then you won't get hurt. Just remember to jump, not fall, because if you fall off, as I said, you will get impaled. But from the top, you can just safely jump off and not take any damage. So that's the first room done. Actually, we need to go and check the next room, don't we? I'm not going to do this room here. That's the long-winded one. But we are going to do this one over here. So we've only got to pull the first lever for this one. So let's dash up here. Pull that up. Okay, now this is the fire room. Save. Now for this room, once you get past that black line there, you should probably see at the first tile where that first flame is, there's a black line there. As soon as you go over that black line, the flames will go off. These are a series of jumps that you don't want to dawdle on. You don't even want to run and grab the ledge or anything like that. You have to take them quickly. Thankfully the game's quite forgiving and it's put a bit of water there. But you need to take all of these jumps quickly, as I can hopefully demonstrate to you now. When you're jumping, remember you can turn in the air. Jump! Okay, we missed the last jump, but that's kind of what you have to do. Now, so there are some rats in this water, so to avoid them, just swim underneath them. You can only attack them on the surface. Right, so let's try this again. The only thing we missed was the last jump, so let's see if we can do it the second time round. What I'll probably do is really jump this one. Okay, the last flames come on, but we can still get past this without catching fire. Just stick to the edge. Okay, we're only taking a little bit of damage there, that's fine. But if you rashly were to run through the fire, you will catch fire. And Lara will die fast. Good thing about this water being here, you can put it out, but fire is incredibly lethal. You will catch fire if you run through it, and if you haven't got a means to put it out, you will die fast. You can't even roll to put the flames out. I think in later games you can do that, but in this game, even rolling on the floor won't put it out. You have to find some water. So that's 2 down, 1 to go. So now we're going to open the long-winded door now. But if you come over to here, the first one is blanked out. So we can't see what code. Well, actually, I think you can. I think you can if you... I think that's an Omega symbol. If you look really closely. So I think we need to do the 3rd and 4th levers. I thought that, honestly thought that was completely blanked out, but no, I think you can actually make out the symbol if you look really closely. I never actually knew that. See, I'm discovering things about this game all the time, even 20 years later. So pull this one. Pull this one. Pull that one. And I think that should do it. Yep, door's open. Ah. Reunited him with the rest of his friends. Sorry, that was mean. So, this is the long-winded part. First thing we need to do is come here to the right. If we were to carry on progressing, we can't. Well, if we carry on going up, we can't actually progress any further. What we need to do is come down here. Pull this block out. With that crash bang and wallop, we've changed the layout of the room above by pulling that stone out. So a lot of the room upstairs has now collapsed. Okay, and where we need to go is down here on the right. Watch out for the slope, because if you go onto the slope, you'll be back down to the start. Running jump here, and then as soon as you pull yourself up, you can just run, hold, jump, and you can safely land on the next ledge. And we're about halfway through. Quite a few enemies appear, so word of caution, we need to take a running jump, come to here, take the gorillas out first, if you can. Should be another gorilla somewhere, there he is. As well. Should be one more enemy to kill. I think the other gorillas are downstairs. We haven't got to go down there just yet. In fact, this part is entirely optional, but there is a second secret along here. Let's just deal with that other crocodile first. Lurking in this pool down here. Right, he's dead. Right, secret number 2 is up here. Or is it the first secret? I think it's the first secret, chat. Tell a lie. It's secret number 1, not secret number 2. I was getting ahead of myself. Secret 1 is up here. Right, there is a knack to doing this bit. So you want to walk all the way to the edge until you can't go any further. You want to take a standing jump forward, and then as you slide down the slope, all you got to do is just hold jump. There we go. And then we can safely slide down the slope here to get the item that we're after. And some Magnum clips too, along with the medic pack. Right, secret number 2 is very, very close by. Quite a well hidden one, this one. Well, hidden in plain sight, I meant. What you want to do, where we need to go, is down here. But if you come over to here, and if you look down, you can see there's quite a few items down there, so let go. We'll take a little bit of damage, it's fine, it's still worth it. And then we pick up our prize. Shotgun shells, Uzi clips and a small med pack. Just because there's a few gorillas down here, I'm going to use the Magnums for this bit. And you'll see just how effective these are over the pistols at taking stuff out. Yep, didn't require much. I think there's a medikit along here. Yes, there is. Not going for a 100% pickups run, but I'm going to get all the pickups that I know about. In fact, in this level, there is actually a medipack that you can't actually get to in the original, so it'd be interesting to see if it's still in the same spot. If I remember where it is, I'll show you. But there's a spot where you physically cannot get. You physically cannot get to this medipack unless you cheat. Right, just be careful here. Narrow ledge. And quite a few gorillas to kill. And a few of them are lurking in these archways here, so just be careful. Yep. There is one there. Try and base him out. Come on. Okay. He was a bit shy. Right, where we need to go. This isn't the medipack I was talking about. This is actually where we need to go. But as you can see, there's quite a few enemies that have spawned in now. This actually was the room I was telling you about at the start, where the staircase is. If we were to carry on under that staircase, this is the room that we would have found ourselves in. And there is a couple of medipacks and some clips, Uzi clips down there as well, and Magnum clips. But we're not going to get them until later. What you want to do, run and jump. I probably should have saved there, but it doesn't matter. I got away with that. I am going to save here. Run back, grab the ledge. Don't worry about them down there. Keep making your way across. And then there's a ledge coming up we can drop onto. Not going to waste any ammo and use the pistols. Okay, so as you can see, it's a bit of a slog, isn't it, to get this last lead bar. And we're not done yet. There's still a bit more. Right, as you can see, collapsible floor. But if you look very closely to the right here, there is a large medipack. So, try and stand just roughly around here. If you take one more step, you are going to fall through that floor. So, stand about here, do a standing jump forward. And then same again here. There's nothing down there, you just have to go back to the start, so... And you'll probably see where we are in a minute. It is leading somewhere. Quite a few enemies in this room. Take out the line on the ledge. And then for all the other enemies, use the pistols. Just to conserve ammo. If you can take any of them out from here, do so. We can take them out a little bit further down here. Right, this is the gorilla room I mentioned earlier. Do a running jump from here. Almost there now, almost there. Be careful, there is an alligator in this pool. Go and lure him out, actually. I'll lure him out. Come on, come get your free snack. Have some lead. Come on. Come back. Come back. Normally wouldn't play chicken with a crocodile, but not in real life anyway. Anyway. almost there now. We just have one more jump to make. Kill these bats. And all of those enemies that were following us below are below us now. Pick up this lead bar down here. And then we've got all three. All three of the lead bars are now in our possession. But now we've got to worry about getting down. And as you can see, there are a lot of enemies down here. Try and take out as many of them as you can. The most economical way is to use the pistols. You don't have to use the pistols, you can use the Magnums, but even there's quite a few enemies down there, so if you can use them, the pistols, do so. Just because you're going to go through probably about 100 ammo just to kill all of these creatures with the Magnums, and I don't think it's worth it personally. You can jump onto these blocks down here, and remember about what I said about the lions earlier. They cannot get to you from here. The gorillas can, but the lions can't. So prioritise the gorillas here if you can. As you can see, they will climb up and get you. Right, this is potentially dangerous. Oh dear. Oh, it's got more interesting. Whoa! Down, boys, down. Then we can safely take out the lions now. To be honest, I wasn't too bothered about the gorillas. The lions are the real dangerous enemies. If they get close to you, they will wreck you quickly. Oh, that was close, chat. Oh my goodness. That was close. God, how many of them are there? Fucking hell. Pardon my language. Right, I'm just going to go check and see if all the enemies are now taken care of. I'm getting a bit paranoid. There's more. There's more. Probably should have used the Magnums for that bit, but oh well. Relatively unscathed. I got super lucky with these lions, mate. Good God. So Lara's killed an entire zoo in this level. Right, now there is actually something we still need to do before we go and put the bars into those slots. Those bars won't actually go into the slot. We actually need to do something with those lead bars first, which actually fits the theme of the level. We actually need to turn these lead bars into gold, and we need the hand of Midas in order to do this, and I'm going to show you where it is now. You can actually do this at the start of the level. You can go through all this entire gauntlet here to open that door and then to unlock the hand, but to be honest, I mean, where the last bar finishes is practically above where we need to go, so I like to do the lead bars first. But we need to come down here now. Now the way is clear. A couple of gorillas in here. Okay, and then the third and final secret of the level is actually in this room. And if you look to your left here, where all this foliage is, if you look very closely here, there's a lever. A very well hidden lever. Pull it. But that's only half of the secret. There is quite a nasty trap in this room. As if finding that lever wasn't enough just to get the item alone, there is a nasty trap in here. You take a couple of steps forward. we've got a spike trap to deal with. Now, it isn't possible to get through this unscathed, but I always like to do a running jump and swan dive over the top of these. But this will require some timing. As so. And our reward. The reason why it's worth diving over jumping is because Lara kind of pulls her hitbox over the top of the spikes. If we were actually to do a running jump, her legs would still get caught in the trap and she'd still take a lot of damage. So for that bit there, it's always worth diving over jumping. And we're going to do the same again coming back. Still requires timing though. So, come to about here, we don't really want to go any further. This is about where we want to get to. And then that's how you get the third secret. So that's all the secrets done. We haven't got too much to do now. All we need to do is go and find the hand of Midas. And with it is one of the most famous, probably the most famous death animation in all of Tomb Raider history. If you decide to jump on the hand, which I have to see, because I haven't seen this yet, not in the remaster. If you're not careful about how you put the bars on the hand, this will happen. Golden Lara. So we're not going to do that. The great thing about the remasters is anything you can interact with, there is an exclamation point. There should be an exclamation point. There it is there. Normally, when there's an interaction, something you can interact with, there's an exclamation point. But a lot of people, you could be forgiven for a lot of people getting stuck on this bit because the game wouldn't tell you what to do. You've got all the three lead bars, but what you needed to do, the hand, it serves a purpose. It's not just there just for. It's not just there just for as a decoration. What we need to do is put all of the lead bars on this hand. But this was why I got stuck on this level for so long, because I didn't actually realise what I needed to do with the bars. As you can see the exclamation mark over her head now as a prompt, but back in the originals, you wouldn't know that you could actually interact with that hand. But yes, now that we've got all of the 3 gold bars in our possession, we need to go back to the start, into that room where all the levers were, and then we'll leave the level. But first, there's also some items that we're missing. We need to go under the staircase, and now we can safely go into that room now all of the enemies are taken out. Now all of those lions and gorillas and animal sanctuary of fiends are taken care of. We can go down here. And this leads us into that very room that we were in earlier. From here you cannot get up to the top. It's impossible to get up to the top. This is just the way out in case for some reason you fall all the way down the bottom, but it's still worth coming in here because there's still some items in here. The only thing that we've got to contend with down here is some bats. Even though there's a group of them, super easy to take out. And over here there'll be a small medikit. There's nothing in these side hallways here, so you can ignore them. However, there is a sneaky little item down here. just in this corner here, there are some, if I recall, there are some Magnum clips. Always welcome. Now, to get out of the level, we need to open this door over here, and if I recall, it's the first and the last lever we need to pull. All the others don't need to be pulled at all. So let's pull this, close this, close this, and then open this, and then that should be it. And then the last one, and then we're there. And then that is Palace Midas completed. Great level, huh? One of my all-time favourites. So we managed to get all the secrets, and we didn't use a single medipack. I think that's probably the first time I've ever beaten that level without using a medipack. That's nuts. Anyway, let's move on to the fourth level of the Greece segment, which is the Cistern. Right, now we've got giant rats to contend with. Just like the bats, they're not a great threat. Don't even bother using any other weapon on them, just use the pistols. Pistols will kill them quick. They don't do a lot of damage either. Now, as you can probably see, we need to push this block over to that lever over there. And you can see where we're probably going to drop down to in a sec. But actually, don't drop down there just yet. We'll pull that lever first. Take out the rats, do a bit of pest control. And then if you come over to where they were, there is a large medipack waiting for you. Now this level is a giant underwater cavern, and we need to drain and refill some areas with water. And that would dictate the way that we need to take in these levels. But what we need to do, once we come out here, is you need to turn right. And the first key of this level, there's a lot of keys in this level, but the first one is over here. Now just be careful, when you make this jump there is a rat that will spawn. And the rats will knock you off very easily if you're not careful. Come over here. Don't worry about them down there. Okay, now, the first key we actually need to get to is right up here. You probably can't see it in the remastered. I mean, can you see that key? It's quite faint, isn't it? Obviously, in the original, it's better highlighted, but there is a key there, and that is the first of 2 rusty keys that we need to get. As I said, there's quite a few keys we need to get into this level. I've always thought of this level as kind of like a giant, like, hypercaust. If any of you have actually ever been to like Roman museums or Greek museums, obviously how they used to heat their homes with like underground springs, and it was a way of, you know, making baths where there were hot and cold water. But I've always thought of this level kind of like as a giant version of this, fitting in with the Greek theme. Anyway, Pierre is in this room. Just because it's close quarters, I'm going to be getting the Magnums out. And off he runs. There is a secret in this room. That lever over there will drain the water. Well, sorry, drain the water. It will fill the entire chamber with water. We're not going to do that just yet. Instead, we're just going to come up here, and I'm going to show you where the first secret is in this level. Come up here on the right. Quite an innocuous looking ledge up here, but as you can see, it will lead somewhere in a minute. You've got this small medipack here, but that's not what the secret is. If you come up here, where this raised platform is, hold up an action. Secret 1. There are 3 secrets in this level, and there's some shotgun shells, but if you look down there, there are some more. Walk to the edge, slide down the slope, run and hold the action button, and then that's 6 ammo that we've got for the shotgun. Very handy. Now, to get out of here, it's impossible to come out of here without taking damage, I believe. Yes, it is. So what we want to do to mitigate as much damage as possible, you want to slide backwards off this slope and grab the ledge. I didn't mean that slope, sorry. You want to come off here at an angle, so Lara will slide down the slope backwards. Hold the action button. Let go. And she took a sliver of health there, but that would have been far better than the alternative, where she would have taken a lot more. So we're going to ignore that lever, and instead we're going to fall into this grate here. The rats cannot get you providing that you swim underneath them. They cannot swim underwater, they can only swim on the top of the water. And the second key that we need to get is in this room. And this one is even more hidden in plain sight than the others. Going back to my complaint again of not being very well to see items. Can you see anything here? I mean, even if that exclamation mark was not there, you would probably not see that key. I mean, look at that. You would not be able to see that key at all. Right, so we've got our 2 keys now. Come to this ledge. Ignore the rats below. Completely ignore them. There's nothing in this room. No items, no ammo, no medipacks. Just carry on. Just shimmy to the edge here. And then once you get to this slope, you will be safe. And then you can just safely slide down. They've lost interest, so slide down. And then we're back to where we started. Let's save. Okay, so there are 2 doorways over there in the far distance, as you can see. We want to go to the left one, not the right one. The right one we'll do later, but we'll go to the left one to start with. Just to save time, rather than just shimmying across, you can come up here. Just be careful as you drop down. Be careful. Running jump to here. Remember to walk to the edge until Lara can't go any further, just to get as maximum jump distance as possible. Particularly for this one. This will be a running jump and you will have to grab the ledge. There we go. And this is where our first rusty key goes. Get the Magnums out, because there's quite a few gorillas in this room. Done. There's nothing on the floor in this room. Where we need to go is up here. However, the moment we jump across to this ledge, an old friend is going to ambush us again. So hop down. Let him run away like the coward he is. Oh! I didn't mean it, honest Pierre. Let him run away. Don't waste your ammo. He has to get somewhere where you can't see him. Right, now he disappears. Just because of how his AI works. Okay, so a series of running jumps here. Be very careful, just remember to walk to the edge. Number 1 rule of Tomb Raider, always walk to the edge. Tap back, and then it always gives you the best run up to go and clear a jump. Now, there's a shimmyable edge here, but you're probably wondering how to get that item down there. And for years I never knew how to do this, but someone in the Discord actually told me how to do this, and I do appreciate it. What you actually have to do is you have to take 1 step back. Save in case I cock this up and look really stupid. That would be funny, wouldn't it? Take 1 step back and then do a swan dive. Ta-da! And I'm hoping we should be able to get back up here if we do a running jump. I'm unsure about that one actually. YOLO! Yeah, we can. Don't even need to go for the shimmyable ledge, we can just jump straight up here. Great, now. Crocodile tail. There are some crocodiles in this room. Just come the route that I'm showing you now, just make your way down these series of slides, or slopes. Right, what you want to do when you go down this slope, there are more, but you can see that block over there? We need to run and jump on that block. Be quick. And there is a final one. But it's not the end. There is one more enemy. Game developers are really sneaky. Only a rat, but... Still worth coming down here, though, just for that medipack. So, where that block we were on just a moment ago, this is the way we need to go. Vault onto here. Standing jump here. Running jump here. Walk to the edge, tap back, jump. Go along the shimmyable edge. Pull the lever. Now, there is a very nasty trap in this room, and I always forget it's here. And it will probably catch quite a few players out as well. If you walk to the edge of here, look down. Sneaky, huh? Spikes. Right, if you want to clear this, do a running jump. Just because of the narrow roof. Watch out for the rats below. Quite dangerous here because they can knock you into the spikes if you're not careful. Dead. There is a third one down here. Right, there we go. I have a friend of mine who's scared of rats. So you can imagine what his reaction was. I didn't tell him about the rats in this level, but you can imagine what his reaction was when he first saw them. Anyway. Oh, there's another one I missed. He's dead. Right, there is a lever up here that we need to get hold of. We wouldn't be able to reach this if we'd have drained the water. We wouldn't be able to reach this, sorry, if we'd have filled the chamber with water. Because we wouldn't be able to open that. We wouldn't be able to open the gate. Because that lever would be underwater. Okay, so make your way back the way you came. Carefully. I think we're safe to drop here. I think. Yeah. And then we find our first silver key. What about here? He's gone. Right. Next, where we need to go is through this water, but there are two alligators down here, so swim through here quickly. I say quickly, hurry up, hurry up. This is actually where we need to go when we've drained the chamber, or when we fill the chamber up with water. This is actually where we need to go. Right, I don't think those alligators are going to come back unless I get in the water, so... How we take care of them is out here. Ooh. There are some rats here as well. We'll take care of the rats first because they're the more immediate danger. And then we'll take care of these alligators. Typical, they swam off. The second secret of the level is actually in this pool as well. where the secret is you've got that ledge there where we came. What we want to actually do is go this way. And then if you swim down here, got some Magnum clips. So that's secret 2 of 3. Now, we want to get back to where we were before. And we need to drain, we now need to press the lever just to fill the whole chamber now with water. I don't think this level is in Tomb Raider Anniversary for some reason. I think they actually took this out of the game, or they included it in one of the other levels. But the actual level itself, the Cistern, is not in at Tomb Raider Anniversary. Although if anyone knows the game a bit better than me, maybe they could mention in the comments if they actually... Maybe they could tell me what level this part of the game is actually in. I only played through it once, and because I only ever played through it only ever once, I can't actually remember. I mean, the game came out, I mean, how many years ago now? 10 years? A bit longer? 20? I can't remember. So, let's go over here, pull this lever. There's a few more creatures that are spawned in now that we've opened, now that we've put the flood water in. I know that there's another crocodile in this water, but he probably won't appear yet. But where we need to go is now where that right hand door is. So we're going to go and put the second rusty key where it needs to go. Okay, hasn't shown his ugly face yet. But the reason why we needed to put the water in first before we go down here is you'll see below a spike trap. That would have been disastrous if we'd have come down here without filling the chamber with water first. So swim through here. Thankfully, I don't think we got far to go. But there's also another item that we need too. The gold key. But that isn't the end of it. We need to still swim back down to where we were before, where those alligators attacked us. So let's swim back down there. Not get chomped by the third alligator like I did. This way. But as you can see, we can now access these platforms that we couldn't access before now that we've put water in. Just be careful of the rats. Shoot the other one from across the platform. And we've got quite a few nice items up here to collect. So what we need to do, if you look down there, there is a lever. Pull that lever. And then there is our final key. So we've got 2 silver keys and 1 gold key. Now we can go and beat the level. We're finished in this room. We can now move on. Where we need to go is up here. And this is where our silver keys end up going. But the third secret of this level is sneakily hidden over here behind this block. Sneaky one, huh? Couple of Magnum clips and a large medipack. Plenty of Magnum ammo, so we can probably start using them a bit more liberally now. Our health isn't great. I think we might be just okay. I will use a medipack if it gets to an emergency. So our 2 silver keys go in here. And then the gold key goes up there. However, if you look closely, see that gorilla over there in that corner? So you know what the drill is. Get the shotgun out, just because it will kill him very quickly and you don't want to get knocked off that edge. Run, jump, grab the ledge. Up very close. It will kill them in a single blast, but oh, I didn't press jump. Yeah, thank God for the Magnums. Now, in this room, this is the last room of the level. Be careful to stand on any of the dark squares because a few of them are collapsible. So try and stick to the light squares if you can. If you look closely, you can see whether they're collapsible or not. But if you fall down any of those collapsible floor, certain death awaits. Pull this lever. Come up here just to get out of harm's way. We use the pistols to save ammo. The lions cannot get to us up here. And that's that. Now, to actually complete the level, it's at the back of this block here. We're not going to do that just yet because there's actually a couple more items that we can pick up. We need to get up to the top of this room and we'll need the block to do that. So where we want to take this block, it'll be worth it just because there's a bit of ammo and there's a couple of medikits as well. We push this block through into this room. Right, that should be enough. I don't think pulling this lever is mandatory. Yeah, all we did was close the door. Unless one opened up here. Get your pistols out, there are some rats up here. And as you can see, it's worth coming up here. More Magnum ammo. And then a medikit. And then that, folks, is the end of the Cistern. Almost there now. One more level to do, which will be the Tomb of Tihocan. Actually, we can't go back that way, can we? We'll go this way. Watch out for the collapsible floors. Yeah, that would have been disastrous if I'd have gone down there. And then all we have to do is just fall down here. Yep, secrets 3 of 3 and no medipacks used, so good result. And now on to the final level, which is the Tomb of Tihocan. Don't waste any time here, just swim through here and follow this route that I'm going to show you. You can only go this way to start with, but you don't want to go up here, you want to go forward and then down. Turn around, pull the lever, and then that should drain the water. Only 2 secrets in this level, but they're quite tricky. Yeah, you got a chomping on me before he died, never mind. So let's go up here. Don't go up to that block, you can actually come over here. You'll see why in a minute. Oh, I didn't think I was going to make that then. The reason why you don't want to go onto that block is because you'll trigger a blow dart trap here. If you go the way that I go, you won't trigger it, and you can safely jump over it like that. Not that blow darts are a massive threat anyway, but the damage adds up if you take a little bit of it. So now, room's filled with water. And then this block down here has been lifted up. If you go down here beforehand, there is a small medipack here. It's not a secret. The first secret is coming up in just a few minutes. Yeah, this level can be quite dangerous in places, but we are more than halfway through the game now, so it's to be expected that the game's not as forgiving as it once was previously. Come down here, pull this lever. You need to pull this lever here. It's a very, very long corridor filled with water, but you won't be able to reach it with the air that you have if you don't pull this lever. If you go along this corridor now, you'll fly all the way to the end. Watch out for the rats. Do a bit of pest control. Right, the block, we need to move back just one space. Let's keep making our way up. I think Pierre's up there, if our memory serves. Yeah, where you need to go to get the first secret is you need to go up this right hand ledge up here. He always picks the right time to appear, doesn't he? I'm going to probably take a bit of damage here. Right, there is a spike trap here, so be very careful. timed run through it. There's a crocodile down here. Magnums make short work of him. Now, there is a secret in this room, and it's not these items here. It's a very sneaky little secret room in here. How we do it, and you can probably see in the corner there, you see that tile there? It's a different colour. What we need to do is we need to run onto a series of pressure pads. So there's one there, and then there's one there. And then there's one over there. And this is the first secret of one of two. So, for this part, I'm just looking at the slopes. Yeah, so if we jump onto, if we rear jump onto here, and if you just hold the jump button down until we get to the end, jump, 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 hold, action. There we go. Right, that's the first secret. We will actually have to come back into this room in a bit once the water has filled up this chamber. But once we filled water up in this room, we'll be unable to get the secret. So that's the only time that you can get the first secret of this level is there. Don't forget about the spike trap up here. A well-timed run will get you through these. As so. Let's save our progress. I think a walking jump here. Yep. Right, this bit is quite tricky. This bit's very tricky. You can actually see there's a swinging axe and some shotgun shells. I'm not going to bother about the shotgun shells. If there's anyone that actually knows how to pick them up without getting hit, let me know. But I think it's just designed just to try and catch you off. But we need to get up to that room up there. But the swinging axe will stop us. Now usually you can walk up to the edge of a path and then just take a walking jump. And we need to do that for here. But the axe is here, which means that we're going to potentially take damage here by walking to the edge. So what we have to do is time how fast we walk up to this edge, and we need to get probably as far right as possible, and then we want to walk to the edge and then kind of just hop back quite quick. Not yet. Last one. Hop back. Right, so that's given us our run up. Now we just need to get past the axe. And that is how you do that without taking damage. Quite tricky to do. The axe won't kill you outright. You will still take a little bit of damage. Well, you'll take quite a bit of damage if you get hit by it, but it won't be enough to straight out kill you. Come across to here. I think that was the secret door that just opened again, but yeah, it's shut now. Okay, it probably just closed, but we need to come up here now that water's in the room. Come up to this ledge here. Oh, bit of overkill on the rat, never mind, it did take me by surprise. So we're about a third of the way through the level now. Oh. That was close. That was close. If we had the pistols in that situation, it would have got really bad. But that's why you save your weapons. That's why you save ammo for your more exotic weapons. Just for situations like that where you get caught off guard. So we're not going to go through there just yet. We're going to come up here first, because what we need to get is up here. Use the pistols, because they can't get us from here. Quite difficult to shoot. If you see them spikes down there, well, we don't want to go up onto the platform with those two gorillas up there, because the gorillas can just knock us straight into them. So if you can take them out from here, do so. Although I can't get the right angle. I have to use the shotty here, I think. Right, this could go south very quickly. That's one. And that is the right amount of shots it normally takes to kill a gorilla. Is just the one. Right, be very careful here. I probably didn't even need to do that, did I? You could probably just jump up to this ledge from the other side of that platform. But it doesn't matter. There's a medic pack, and then there's the item that we need. Another golden key. Right, once again, just be careful coming out. Might jump over here actually, just to give myself a bit of room. That's it. Okay, and then where we need to go is through here. And it will raise these platforms here for us. I don't think there's anything in that water. I haven't actually checked, but I don't think there is. But anyway, we're across there now. For this next area here, you've got a series of tiles here. And there is a block over here that we need to push onto them. As you can see, there's 2 keys here, and we haven't got 2 keys in our possession anymore, so the 2 keys that we're after are in 2 of these rooms. It's still worth going into all the rooms anyway, because there are a lot of quite nice items there that we can use. Jump up onto this block when you open a door, just because enemies will come running. Let's open this room over here, so let's go and see what's in here. Just be very careful, because there are a couple of these rooms are booby trapped. I think we're okay. So there's no key in this room, but there is some ammo. Okay, that's the first bit. Same strategy, jump up onto the block. Yep, there is a gorilla there. I think he's down. Check this room over here. Once again, be careful. I can't remember which of these rooms have booby traps in. Some of them do. Or it might be one of them that does. Yep, so nothing in that room. Just some shotgun shells. Oh yes, we got this room up here, which I forgot about. There's our medipack, and once again to demonstrate, there's our key, which you can't see unless you're on it. So that's our first one. Now we've got to get out. Just a well-timed run for those traps, and you'll get through them every time. The army of them. Right, just one more block. So the key must be in this last room. Bloody hell, what was that? Bloody hell, epilepsy warning. There must be a glitch. So we're almost there now, folks. I think we're about 2/3 of the way through. Once we get this last key. I've probably spoken a little too soon yet. This must be the room with the booby traps in. Right, yes it is this room. Right. There are boulders in this room, so you want to get across to here ASAP. Don't even stop. If you can, do a running jump. Ignore the medipack, you can pick that up in a sec. And there's nothing else in this room. So now we've got the 2 keys that we need. Come over to here, and we'll put them in the door. Is open. Save your progress, and then the second secret is actually down here. There was a really nice little cinematic shot of you coming down the slope, but unfortunately we can't see it because we have to, when we come down here, kind of jump to the left. When you slide down the slope, try to jump to the left. Just go over towards the left hand wall. Yeah, I'll have to reload. I screwed that up. But we want to just slide down this slope. Wait towards the end. Now jump towards the left. That was better that time. Now, that's not the end of it though. Our prize is over there, and we've got some collapsible floors. So you want to do a series of standing forward and standing side jumps here to cross these, which I'll demonstrate to you now. Hold jump throughout all of this, just to make life easier for you. Don't let go of jump at all. And then we've got some Uzi clips and some Magnum clips, and we can safely go along the floor and then get out of the room this way. And that is all of the secrets in Greece. There's only 2 secrets in this level. Good ones, but only 2. Now we've got the main level to finish. And this is the last part. There's a crocodile in this water, and I need to find a way to get out of it quick. Over there. Because I think is the way we need to go anyway. Take care of him first. taken care of. And now we need to come up here. Follow the paths, follow the platforms all the way up. We need to do this part first before we do anything else. Right, you can slide down this slope. What we're aiming for is that platform over there. But to be honest, you don't even need to do that. You can just do a running jump here and you'll clear it all the same. And that's slightly easier. Pull this lever. That's opened up a doorway somewhere. Now this is quite hard to find, but because I've played this game lots, I've memorised where it is. So never fear. This is quite a big underwater cave. So hiding this room was a bit sneaky of the game developers. Well, I suppose being so close to the end, I don't think they wanted to make it easy for you. That is where the Tomb of Tihocan is. But before we go in there, before we can go in there, we need to come down here to go and find this underwater gate. So come to the right of where the tomb is and swim down here, up this alcove, up here, and then up this. Up here, sorry. And then there is one last lever we need to pull, which is here. Which opens the entrance to the tomb. Where the Scion awaits. However, we do have some unfinished business to take care of here before we can claim it. There are two centaurs here. Both of these statues will come to life, although not at the same time. When you approach the tomb, one of them will come to life. The other one will only appear when you leave. Not that you need to leave. But I am going to fight both of them just to show you what the strategy is to defeat them. And you can actually do this with pistols if you so choose. But what I'm going to do is get the Magnums out just to save time. And there's plenty of ammo because we're going to deal with Pierre in a minute as well. We're going to have plenty of Magnum ammo after. So run over here and it will be the left one that comes to life first. Right, so you want to get yourself into a position where you can jump left or right. If you jump left or right, these red fireballs cannot hit you. All you have to do is just jump left to right. If you do that, he will not hit you. And that's how you take care of them the most efficient way. Right, well that's one threat down, but we're going to have to deal with Pierre for the final time in here. Because he's beaten us to it.
A little late for the prize giving, no? Still, it is the taking part which counts.
As you can see, the Magnums make very quick work of him. Au revoir, Pierre. Right. How much health do I have? I can go deal with the second centaur as well, just to showcase the strategy again. But we've picked up the Scion. We've got the second piece of the Scion, a golden key, which we need to put up there, and then some Magnums if you haven't already picked them up already. This is where you, in the normal game, you get the Magnums, but because we picked them up early from the Colosseum, we've already got them in our possession. And as you can see, we've got quite a substantial amount of ammo now, which will come in handy for the next segment of levels, which is Egypt. And there's a lot more tastier creatures there than the lions and the bats and the many creatures that we've encountered so far. So you'll be glad of the extra firepower. Right, I'm not going to put the key in just yet. I am going to go and fight the last centaur just to showcase the strategy one more time. We're probably going to take a couple of hits here as we run out of this door, just because we need to get ourselves in a good position just to jump left and right. But I will showcase the strategy again. Let's get into a good angle here. And as you can see, just jumping left or right is the best tactic against them. In the Anniversary Edition, you have to actually fight both of them. And I like what they did with the boss fights, actually, in Tomb Raider Anniversary. I thought they were really good. There were a series of quick time events, which I don't like quick time events in games, but to be honest, they kind of cycle it quite well within the action. So I think it's one of the only games where I actually kind of like the quick time events. There's not many examples of that though in other games that I've played, but folks, that's it. We're there. And then as soon as we walk through this room, we get treated to a cutscene.
Here lies Tihocan, one of the two just rulers of Atlantis, who even after the curse of the continent had tried to keep rule here in these barren other lands. He died without child, and his knowledge has no heritage. Look over us kindly, Tihocan.
So we missed a pickup, but we got all the secrets, and we didn't use a medikit either. But there we are. That's all the secrets in the Greece section of the game, and we've only got 2 segments of the main game left. And now we move on to Egypt. But once again, I want to thank you all very much for watching. This is probably, I think this is the only second commentated playthrough I've ever done, but I think it's worth doing just so I can explain myself just as I'm playing these games. Just to show and highlight where things are and what some of the tricks and intricacies of the game are as I go. But anyway, hope you've all enjoyed it, and I'll see you all again very soon. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you soon.